It reminds me of something that happened too while I was down in Kisoon. I was up in a guard shack. Oh, they're up in the airways. You have to climb a ladder to get up to it. Early in the morning, I heard this hog squealing. I mean, he was a squealing aplenty. And then finally he quit. Then he'd start up again, a little bit closer. And he'd quit. Then he'd start up again. Finally it went by right by my guard shack. About a 400-pound hog on one of those racks.
Oh my gosh.
Strapped down.
Going to market, huh?
Probably.
Yikes.
That's how they did things over there then.
Man, it's like, that's a big one. I'll just let you take care of that.
Yeah, I'll never forget that one either. It just came to me.
Yeah.
Because a hog, when they holler, they can...
Oh, they can
They're
go
loud.
out.
They're scary. Like, it sounds like people are dying. Oh, it's just a hog. Oh.
What can they squeal? Take a little pig and pick them up, and boy, I'm telling you about leaving you.
So then, you said you left Korea in 54, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And then so...
August of 54.
And how long did it take you to get back to this area?
I don't know how many days I was on the water. I know the Pacific was nice and quiet coming home. The only thing that broke the surface was
What
fine.
did you land at, honey? What did
Same place, Seattle.
And then you took a train the rest of the way?
All the rest of the way across the country to Fort Benjamin Harrison, Illinois.
Is that where we picked you up? No kidding, I thought it was Fort Lewis.
Nope.
Okay.
Fort Lewis is in the state of Washington.
Well, anyway, where did you go in at? It was in Michigan.
Oh. Phew, I can't think of the name of it right now.
I thought that's where you came back to.
No.
It wasn't.
No, Fort Benjamin Harrison, or not Fort Benjamin Harrison, that's in Indianapolis. Oh, what is the name
That
of
didn't
it?
sound right.
It's north of Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
Can't think of the name of it right now.
I can't either.
Fort Lewis is in Washington
Yeah,
State.
okay, I can't remember.
North Fort Lewis. Fort Lewis is a
Anyway,
huge base.
where did you call me from? That base up there?
Yeah, in Illinois.
Yeah. He gave me a call. And so my mother-in-law and my father-in-law and I drove all night long. And I never will forget. I don't know where you were standing. Were you standing like on a stage?
No, I think I was in my barracks.
No, you was outside.
Was I?
A happy homecoming.
And your parents didn't come? To come and pick him up?
Who?
Your parents?
No. That's his folks and I.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
That's fair.
And I was going to stay all night because how did they drive both cars?
Yeah, my dad drove one car and my mother drove you in our car.
Okay. And anyway, she was standing on, and Dad said, "You need to leave these two alone."
You kids. Come on, honey.
So we stayed all night in the barracks, went out and ate supper, and started home the next day.
Did you find it difficult to acclimate back to being a civilian again? Or was your stuff not done when you got back?
No, it didn't take me long to acclimate back.
Yeah.
Went back to work for Indiana Michigan Power, and they had to hold my job for me.
Yeah.
At least for that.
And we lived with my folks, how many months? Maybe 2 or 3?
Something like that, I don't know. For a while, I can't
And then we
remember.
found an apartment in South Bend, and we lived there.
And Gary
Up
had
north, and then we got our home there. And
See, we lived in about 2 or 3 apartments, at least. Yeah, 2 or 3. The one above the barber shop.
that's the one we lived in when I got back.
Yeah, and then we lived in the, well, I guess that other one was when you was in the service.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay.
Oh,
And we
Yeah.
lived in the one where we were in the basement.
Miss Harding.
We were in the basement, though, of this one building. Wasn't that after you got back? And you took care of the furnace.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's right.
Mm-hmm. Then we found our home and bought our home in South Bend.
And then Gary happened. So, when Vietnam started up, and you know, you being a Korean vet, did they want you to come back? And or did
No,
you get a
we
pass?
thought we were going to end up from Korea over there.
Right.
But
It
she's
didn't
trying to
happen.
ask if you
Right.
could have been drafted to go over there.
Did they give you a pass because you'd already gone to Korea, or were by that point you would have
It
been
didn't
4
bother
years?
me. It didn't bother me.
Now, if you would have been in the reserves, they probably were taking you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he didn't go in the reserves.
At that time, I was through taking orders.
You're like, come at me, bro.
And they wanted me to stay in the reserves,
Mhm.
but I'd had to play soldier for 2 weeks every summer,
Yeah.
and that's all the vacation I got. And I couldn't see playing soldier.
Yeah.
But I could have stayed in and gotten a pension.
Yeah, they would have paid you too, wouldn't they, for those 2 weeks?
Oh yeah,
But then that also would have meant you would have gone to Vietnam then.
might have, yeah.
And that was definitely not a place where anybody
No.
wanted to be.
That was awful.
It's pretty ugly stuff that happened.
Well, pretty hot over there.
Yeah. And by that point, say 65 or so, you would have been in your 30s? Because you were born in 31? No, wait.
No.
1931.
Yeah, 31. So by that point, you would have been in your mid-30s.
Late 20s.
Oh. My brains. So
Yeah,
they-
because I was 25 when we had Gary.
Mhm.
So you probably were
Oh.
seeing, and we were seeing.
So by 1965, you'd been 35 and you'd have been...
Probably
30.
too old for it.
That's what I was just thinking. It's like, I wonder if maybe they, you know, because, I mean, they were taking a lot of young guys at that time.
Mm-hmm.
Are there any, I don't know, I guess, lingering, even feelings or emotions or just states of being that, you know, stick with you from those times? That's kind of a weird question, I know.
I had a very good buddy there. In fact, we're still close. He lives on an offshore island in the state of Maine. Now, Eaton, he was a plumber. His dad started the plumbing business, and he did plumbing over there.
We did.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't realize that.
Yeah, he got a commendation from a general over there for the work he did.
No kidding.
Oh.
I didn't know that till he told me when we went out to see him. We went out to see him a few years ago. We were up there 8 days.
Very nice man and a
Gerald.
very
Remember that.
sweet wife.
Are you
Did you
gonna,
hear what she said?
nice man with a sweet wife?
Mm-hmm. And she gave this to me,
Aw.
which I love.
Yeah.
And she says, when you see that, think of me.
I'll show you their picture of them hanging out here in the breezeway.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh. And I want to show Dow and us when we were out there.
This is Dow, and this is his wife, Verna.
Oh, wow.
And there's the two
There's
guys
a
down
BFF
here.
over there.
We had a wonderful time. Gary went with us, and we were there 10 days, I believe.
I remember that.
8 days.
Then
Now, you see this?
I do indeed.
This is Little Deer, and this is Big Deer Island.
Yeah.
Stonington is right down here. They live about right in here.
I bet that's a beautiful area.
And I know why they call it Stonington. Walks all over.
It is stone.
Yeah. Granite.
You wonder how in the world they ever got to get pipes down through it to get water or
Yeah.
have sewage.
And they told us a lot of that granite they got and for the buildings in Washington, D.C.
Really?
Well, there's an offshore island out here. You can see the derricks sticking up out there.
Huh.
And they're mining granite
Wow.
to this day out there and shipping it all over the world.
Huh. Wow.
There are 35, I think it's 3,500 islands in the Atlantic Ocean off the coast of Maine.
I didn't know that. That's a lot.
Not all the islands. Some of them are occupied, some aren't.
You just gotta go claim one for yourself. Do you plan to go and see him again anytime soon? Or is he gonna come here?
I wouldn't mind. I'd like to have us come out again.
Yeah.
But he's like we are, they're getting old. They had to go out to western Missouri this summer. Her one daughter had cancer and she finally died.
Oh,
Went
wow.
out for the
That's awful.
funeral, of course. They have 3 daughters and they adopted a son.
Oh, wow.
And 2 of their daughters did live in western Missouri.
Yeah.
One's still out there.
Wow.
So they've got a lot of grandchildren out there.
You like majolium.
Well, they look wonderful.
We had these outside and Gary and Michelle carried them in for me.
I bet. Mom's always so disappointed in me. She's like, what kind of plant is that? I'm like, it's a red one. And she's like, Well, I want to say I appreciate again you guys sitting in. I know I've got an hour and a half of footage. So that was the first round of interviews. I do plan on doing at least 2 more. Grandpa Gerald has a photo album that he would like, or well, I would like to go through with him. So I'm hoping to get, some more footage out of that. And then I would think I would like to talk to Maxine, my grandmother, about, her life and what she was doing while Grandpa was away in Korea and the expectations put on her being a young woman in the 50s. So if you watched this whole thing, hey, thanks for watching it. I appreciate it. Again, I'm amateur historian, so this was just something that I kind of just wanted to do, I guess. Thank you again, Grandpa Gerald, for letting me interview you, and Maxine. She did sit in with us, even though I didn't ask her nearly as many questions. Not this time. Next time I will. And I want to say thank you to all our veterans out there. I'm a veteran myself. I have several family members who have been in. It's a way of life, and it doesn't always work for everyone, definitely. If anybody sees this and you have your own family members who have been in the military, or were part of, conflicts like this, ask them questions, because, like my grandfather, no one's ever written his stories down. And yeah, they may not be on National Geographic or whatever, but they're still important. So ask those questions. Make a list. That's what I'd do. So thank you everybody again for watching. I appreciate it. Keep being awesome. Bye-bye.